And here's our final open-ended, which is number 27. It says solve this inequality and graph the solution on the number line. Might be a little crowded here, but I'm going to try to squeeze it in. First thing I'm going to do is distribute. When I do that, I get 3x plus 12 plus 1 greater than or equal to negative 4x plus 8. Just for space, I'm going to start moving up here. I like to combine like terms before I move things. I can combine the 12 and the 1, so my left side is 3x plus 13 greater than or equal to negative 4x plus 8. If you're wondering why that's a plus 8, it's because a negative times a negative is a positive. Then I'm going to take all my x's to one side by adding 4x. I'll get 7x plus 13 greater than or equal to 8 minus 13 from both sides. I'll have 7x is greater than or equal to negative 5. Divide by 7. X is greater than or equal to negative 5/7. Sometimes they'll only have integers listed, so this would be 0 in the middle. Obviously, negative 1 is the next integer. Negative 5/7, that is about negative 0.71. So I'm going to put a solid dot here, and I'm greater than, so I'm going to go this way. Sometimes people will actually mark the fraction, which I'm going to mark it there, negative 5/7, because it would be between the 0 and the negative 1. Next one, part B, says solve this compound inequality and graph the solution on the number line. It's a little tricky because you have two symbols here. I'm going to look in the middle where my x is located. 2x plus 5, I want to get that x by itself. To do that, I'm going to subtract 5. But this time it's a little odd. You need to do it on the left, the right, and the middle. There's 3 parts to this compound inequality. So I'll get negative 18 less than 2x less than or equal to 16. Again, my x is in the middle. So to get rid of the times 2, I'm going to divide by 2. Get negative 9 less than x less than or equal to 8. If I'm going to graph that, I actually like to read that. Instead of saying negative 9 less than x less than or equal to 8, I like to say x is between negative 9 and 8, and in fact it can be 8 because it's less than or equal to. So at 8 I'm going to put a solid dot. Negative 9 would be down here. I'm going to put an open dot because there is no line underneath there, and I will connect it. Okay, letter C, the last one here. It says, write the system of linear inequalities that has the solution shown. Well, let's be honest. Again, I've said this before, but y equals mx plus b is like one of the most important things you need to know for your Keystone exam. That to write an equation or even an inequality of a line, you need to know the y-intercept and the slope. I'm going to start with this solid line. You can clearly see that it's shaded above. So y greater than or equal to because it's solid. My slope looks like rise 1 over 1, so 1x. My y-intercept, it's crossing right here at 1, so plus 1. My other line, again, it's shaded above the other line, but it's dashed. So I'll say y greater than. My slope for this one, let's see, looks more like down 1, right 3. So that's negative 1 over 3x, and my y-intercept is a negative 3. This concludes open-ended number 27.